Teaching Your Toddler Back to School show.
Welcome to the Teaching Your Toddler show with Mary Jo Tinlin. Each show we talk about fun activities to do with your little one, including a craft, a letter of the week, Spanish words, songs, games, and even a snack for each weekly theme. Here is your hostess, Mary Jo Tinlin.
Thank you for joining us for this Teaching Your Toddler Back to School show. So I know for toddlers, they don't go to school, but they might go to preschool, or they may have older siblings that do go to school, or of course, eventually they'll go to school, either at home or somewhere else. So I think it's fun to celebrate back to school with all the fun activities that go around that. So I hope that you have some fun this week while we learn a little bit more about back to school. So every week we have lots of different themes that we do, and one of them is the letter of the week. And this week's letter is E for education, of course. Egg, ear, elementary. Show them the picture of an E. Draw a picture of the E. Hold their finger or hold their hand while you're drawing an E. Let them draw it in the bathtub, in the bubbles, or in the sandbox, or if you have refrigerator letters or something like that. Show them the letter E. Show them a capital letter E and a lowercase letter E, and just keep saying E to them. They will start to learn. And the number of the week is 1 for first day of school. But I know it seems weird because 1 is not really a pattern, but always show them 1 egg, 1 dog, 1 tree, whatever it is. Just write the number 1 on a piece of paper. Show them your finger, the number 1 with your hand. Show them one thing at a time, and they will start to learn. It's actually laying the foundation for math in their brain. The song of the week is a little link, and it's not a very fancy link, but it's cute. And I love this website because they always have fun words to songs that you already know. And so I'm not sure now, I'm not remembering which site it is, but it'll be in the show notes. All the links, of course, to anything that I mention are in the show notes always. It is really fun, school-related songs, and they're always familiar tunes. So they should be easy to remember and fun to sing. And the story of the week is Let's Get Ready for Kindergarten. Now, this is a cute board, kind of a board book. It's a little bit like hardboard, I guess. It's bendy. It's from a friend of mine her name is Stacy Kannenberg, and she wrote this a while back. It's been about 15 or 13 years ago, but it's still very relevant. It teaches the kids left and right and letters and the seasons and the colors and all these sort of basic things that kids are sort of expected to learn either before they get to kindergarten or certainly while they're in kindergarten. So check that book out. It's still available on Amazon to buy. It's not very expensive, but it's really a good resource. And she actually has one for first grade as well. So if you have kids that are older or if you want to get ready for first grade, I hope you'll check those out because they're really great books. The snack of the week actually comes from a Pampers website, which is kind of I feel like it's a little bit of a sellout, but anyway, it's the great part about this link is it's all these different snacks for different age groups. So if your child is up to 12 months old or 18 months, 2 to 3 years, it's really good, kind of gives you a good idea of like what they should be able to handle in terms of like texture and size and things like that. So I thought that you would like those snacks. It's not really necessarily back to school, but everybody has snacks in school. So snacks are always good. So our Spanish words of the week are la escuela, which is school, la maestra or el maestro, depending on if it's a boy a girl or a boy for your teacher. And then el lápiz is pencil. Those are awesome Spanish words. I hope you'll work on those with your kiddos. Every week we have a do-it-myself activity, which is always the way that we try to empower our kids, teach them how to do their own thing. And sometimes I know I did this as a first-time mom a long time ago. I did too much stuff for my kids. I did my first kid. I just let him I didn't let him do anything. I fed him until he was like 2.5 years old, which I'm sad to admit to you, but I didn't know. I didn't know when I was supposed to stop doing that. So the do-it-myselfs are really supposed to try to help the kids and you a little bit. So let them draw. If they've never drawn, given an opportunity to have colors or pencils or anything like that, give them some time. Just let them have, and I would recommend getting like a cheap notebook. If it's back to school sales, they're for like a nickel a piece. You can get like spiral bound notebooks. They can just color and draw, and they won't color very much on each page, but they will love it. And you can say it's your notebook for school, and they'll just think that is awesome. You can show them how to hold the crayon correctly. You can give them lots of instruction, but let them do what they want, because we're trying to teach them how to empower themselves. Our craft of the week is actually O-shaped cereal necklaces. Now, this is a fun idea that I got from one of my babysitters a long time ago when my little guy was still a toddler. She got a piece of yarn and some tape at each end, or at the end of one end, then put the Cheerios on there, or I guess they're called O-shaped cereal. I don't think I can call them Cheerios, but O-shaped cereal, which they do have organic versions, because the regular kind of O-shaped cereals aren't great for you. But put them on and let them, if they're old enough, let them kind of put the O's on the piece of string, or you can help them. You can count while you're doing it. You could use Fruit Loops or the colored O-shaped cereals, which have different colors. And as you're putting them on there, you could name the colors. Just make sure that the other end is big enough that it's not going to all fall off. And then just, if any of them break or whatever, you can eat them. That's fine. And then tie it around your child's neck, if very loosely, of course, and only if you think they can handle it. And if they can't, just put it around the doorknob or on their, their bedpost or something like that. It'll be a fun craft that they can say they helped make. Our yoga pose is Itsy-Bitsy Yoga, and it's actually not a pose, it's a book. It's so cute. And I usually talk about yoga kids, but this one is really, really fun. And it's only 8 minutes long if you do each of the poses in the book. So it's really fast. And it is a really, really good way for the kids to move, to stretch, to move their lymphatic system, to just get stretching and flexible. They're so flexible at this age, but even more stretching will help. And if you do it along with them, it will help you too. And finally, our sign language signs of the week. And of course, I always say this, but on our podcast, sign language is crazy and it's impossible because you can't see me. But we have signs in the show notes for teacher, school, and lunch, which is an important one. So I always say this too. If your child is pre-verbal, still learning how to talk, teaching them sign language is an amazing way to help them express themselves without frustration. And if you didn't know this, sign language is actually considered a second language. So if you're teaching them some sign and you're listening to all of our episodes and you're getting these ideas and watching the show note videos and all that stuff, you're going to eventually have a pretty good vocabulary going for these guys. So they're not going to necessarily be fluent, but certainly they will have some ability to express themselves. And I hope that helps you. So as always, I always say this, make sure you give your child a hug. Say, I love you as many times as you can a day. Keep reading to them, keep talking to them. Please stay off your phone if you can, and just engage with your child, because this season of life is so, so short for them and they are soaking in everything they see. So I hope you enjoy this, and thank you so much for joining us. Please find us on Facebook at Teaching Your Toddler, also on Twitter at Teaching Toddler. And all of these links will be in the show notes and on the homepage of teachingyourtoddler.com. So check us out there. Tell us how you like it. Tell your friends about it. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for the Teaching Your Toddler Show with Mary Jo Tinlin. We hope you had some fun and you got some great ideas for the week. Please subscribe to the podcast, like us on Facebook, and visit the website for all the links we discussed at www.teachingyourtoddler.com. This has been the Teaching Your Toddler Show with Mary Jo Tinlin. Until next time, keep teaching.